Back in our movie theater example products, we can go see the movies as normal people for $11. We can go see a 3D version for an extra $5. Go see an IMAX version for an extra $6. 3D IMAX for an extra $7. If you think about it, it's really the same thing, right? We're all going to see the movie, we're going to get the story, we're going to walk out, but it's a slightly different experience. We can adjust the product so that people who are willing to pay us more do pay us more. Think about first class seats versus coach seats in an airplane. Okay, we're all going from point A to point B. Some people are doing it more comfortably than others, right? And so what can we do in terms of a product portfolio? How do we think about this? One of the best examples is create different versions of our products for different market segments. One company that I had a chance to work for was called Lockbox. Lockbox was a company that did secure data transmission and storage based out of Australia. And they essentially sold their product to 3 different market segments. They sold it to bankers, to lawyers, and to accountants. That top row talks about the willingness to pay. So we see the bankers were willing to pay the most because they didn't want to make it look like they were outsourcing their security to someone else. Lawyers were willing to pay the second most, and accountants are cheap, so they didn't want to pay anything. But then you look at some of the features that are available in Lockbox. And so they could have a customizable homepage. Well, who cares about a customizable homepage? Turns out bankers cared a lot because they didn't want it to look like they were outsourcing security. Nobody else really cared. What about remote storage? Remote storage means we're going to store your data in a location in a country other than the sender or the receiver. In other words, it can't be subpoenaed. Who cares? Right? Lawyers. And so you could create, in fact, we did, create 3 different products. Lockbox for bankers, which had a customizable homepage, didn't have remote storage. Lockbox for lawyers had remote storage, didn't have a customizable homepage. Lockbox for cheapskates didn't have either. But the key is, can I create a product that's just for that market segment? A fabulous rule for us then, consider versions for market segments when there's a large disparity in willingness to pay. If you could think across your customer base right now and say, here's a market segment of people who have the highest willingness to pay. They would pay me more than anybody else. Could you create a product that's targeting people just like that and call it Lockbox for bankers? Let's say that we're doing speaking, and we want to talk to the financial planner marketplace. This is probably a market that pays us a lot of money. Excellent. I've got leadership for financial planners. By the way, I also do leadership, but I have leadership for financial planners. If you're a financial planner, which one are you going to buy? Leadership for financial planners. Maybe the exact same content with different stories. Can you create a product for the market segment who's willing to pay us more?